everybody. It's me. I'm wearing a cape, which is actually a pirate flag. Don't question it. I have to say something about the state of the world. And this is important to me. Something that I have to get off my chest. And this isn't going to be funny. It's not going to be even coherent, probably. It's just going to be a long-winded, aimless ramble. And if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. But I just have to get it off my chest. Even if this is a video for no one but me. Okay, this is going to be a problem already. I don't know why. I don't know. But, yeah. Even if nobody is even going to watch this video, I just have to get it off my chest. It has to be, this nightmare has to be recorded for posterity's sake, for history, just so that I know that I said it out loud. The rage that I'm feeling right now. This is just going to be a rambling tirade. A spiel that I'm going on just to vent about some of the frustrations of my job, which I know that, my job is a unique one. I'm a YouTube person, so maybe not everyone can relate to this, but I don't care. This video is just for me. I just want to I'm going insane here, man. Okay. Oh, God, every time this happens, too. So often. You wouldn't believe how often. As many of you know, I am a devoted fan of the mid-1990s Japanese anime series Neon Genesis Evangelion. I love it. It's a thing that I love. I write about it constantly. I reference it constantly in my videos. I make videos about it constantly. My room, I live in a shrine to Eva. I have Asuka posters on every single wall of my house. Wherever I go, I spin 360s and she's always there looking after me. I think I even have one right there. See, there's an Asuka right there behind me. And so, it's just a thing that I like. It's one of the few things in this world that genuinely brings me nothing but happiness and enjoyment. It's one of the things. So I was going about my business, making my videos, doing whatever, and it was one of those cases where a flash of inspiration struck me, and I said I should do this, and I decided to make an Ava video. I'm not going to say what exactly it is yet, because I want to surprise you. I always like to surprise people.
That video is complete, by the way, and you can watch it on my anime channel, My Japanese Animes.
But I had that flash of inspiration, and I thought, oh, this is a hilarious idea. I gotta make this video right now. Take everything else, throw it off to the side. It can all wait. Sometimes you just get those ideas that are so fun and so that in the moment you just have to commit to them right away. And this was one of those. I had a hilarious idea for a video about Evangelion. And I've been making the video for like a day or two now, in editing, taking the clips, putting them, clicking them, dragging them, getting all the clips of the episodes and, putting them together to make a cohesive little, an entertaining little thing that'll make me laugh and hopefully everyone else. That's what it's all about, baby. So I'm doing that, and eventually I get to a point where I need a specific clip from the show. And I have to explain what this clip is for you to get my point, because this is where the problems start with me needing this one specific clip. Now, this is a clip from a director's cut of one of the later episodes. It's not in most versions of the episode, of the show that people have. I'm not sure entirely the story of how these extra scenes came to be. I might be wrong about this, but I believe what it is that these scenes were animated a little bit after the series as a part of this film called Evangelion Death and Rebirth, which is essentially a compressed hour-long clip show of the entire series, but also with extra scenes just tossed into there. I think I might be wrong about that, but the point is, these are not in most editions of the episodes. They're hard scenes to fucking get your hands on. And one of the scenes in particular, I've already lost my fucking train of thought. It's fucking freezing in here, by the way. I'm gonna get a jacket. I promise this all has a point. Maybe not a point, but it has a... whatever. I told you this wasn't going to be fun. So, this clip that I need is only on this Death and Rebirth video, I think. I'm not even sure about that. I honestly have no idea. But I believe that's where they originate. And of course, I don't have that in my collection because nobody fucking has it. Nobody bought it when it came out because it's a goddamn clip show. Who's gonna buy that? It's not even Ava fans, dedicated ones, and enthusiasts like me. I don't give a shit about that movie. Who cares? So I don't own it. And no one else owns it. You can't even find these clips online because there's no torrent for this movie. There's no one as... So anyways, the clip in particular that I'm looking for is in episode 22, which is the one that has like the most extra stuff in the director's cut. And these are like vital scenes. They're like really important to the character. So it kind of blows my mind that they're not in like the original version of the episodes, or that they were added later or created later. Again, I don't know what the genesis of them was, but it kind of blows my mind that they're only in the director's cut because these the scenes are pretty fucking vital. There's a scene I believe in the director's cut it starts with Asuka hanging out with Kaji. It's like a flashback on the ship, and then there's a scene where she's in the bathroom and she's standing there naked and she's all pissed off and she's just ranting to herself, kind of like I'm doing right now, about how she hates everything, and she basically throws a tantrum, and Misato is outside the door and she's she can hear her and she's on the well, I don't fucking know what to do. My ward is out of control. My children, they're going through stuff and I can't help them because I'm going through stuff. I don't know how to be a guardian to these kids. They need someone, that deep characterization, that personal drama that made the show so great. All these complex feelings and emotions that are all tied together in these characters, and they're all having mental breakdowns at this point in the series, So, and then also later in the episode when Asuka fights Ariel, the angel, and has her big mind fuck scene. And she, has all these flashbacks to when she was a kid and all this traumatic shit. And the fucking words, the Germans, the Nine, Todd, are, flashing across the screen. She's flipping out, There's a whole sequence, a whole part of that sequence that's in the director's cut that isn't in the other versions. And it's an important, beautiful sequence, too, where Asuka is, she is imagining herself walking in this empty city, and she's just looking around, and then this sea of people comes and starts pushing her and back and forth, and she gets lost in this crowd of faceless people, and it's a metaphor for her deepest fears of not standing out or whatever. And then what the hell is this? Underpants on a Christmas tree? I wish you could see this. I've got a Christmas tree and there's just a pair of underpants on it. And then, this one masked figure comes up to her and takes the mask off, and she gets enveloped. She gets enveloped, sucked into this red amorphous blob of shit, of craziness. And then a bunch of other stuff happens. And then she has this crazy, quick cuts, flashback sequence of like Shinji, and she's yelling at him like, you never pay attention to me, you won't even hold me, like really like getting like to the core of her character and like revealing some important truths about her, which is, again, it's crazy that this is only in the director's cut, because I know the scene. I always think of the scene when I think of the mind rape scene. This is like the main part of it that I think of, and I forget that it's not even in the regular versions. But she says that she's fucking freaking out, and it's a little thing, and she's in like a playground. She's sitting there like kind of in the fetal position, and there's a little kid, Asuka, and this is the whole sequence that is absent. But that's the sequence that I needed, right? So I needed to find it, and so I have all the episodes of the series saved on my computer.
Can't get enough of that delicious tea. It's the tea for me.
It says on it, director's cut edition of the episodes. So, no problem. I'll take the episode, put it in there, I get the clip. Not even a problem. It should take me all of 5 seconds, right? I know exactly what I'm looking for, but it's not there. It says that I have the director's cut episodes, but I obviously don't, because the scenes are not in them. They're missing shit. So I go, okay, and I'm not, so I have to look for this scene now, and I'm looking on YouTube, and like YouTube has it, but YouTube has it, for one, in really low quality, and like there's only one upload of it, and it's in really crappy quality, and also it's in Japanese, which I'm not into that life, I like my anime the way God intended, which is in its native language, English. And if you want to be, a sub-fag elitist piece of trash in my comment section, all you weeaboos, you want to give me shit about watching dubs, go right ahead. So that I can identify you and know who to fucking shadow ban, and then you can go ahead and spew your shit in a void with no one listening from now on. So please, by all means, out yourselves, you goddamn filthy subhuman sub-fag scum. Subhuman, that's what they ought to call it. That's what you ought to call yourselves, subhumans. But I digress. It's a rant for another day.
It's a rant for every day. I fucking hate you losers.
And it occurs to me, I've never even seen this scene dubbed, I don't think. I've only seen the scene in Japanese, which is weird because one of the big reasons that I do love Evangelion so much is the English performances. I think they're some of the best performances ever in anime. And I fucking... So I need it. I need to find a high quality version of that fucking scene in English. YouTube doesn't have it.
Why are you there, damn you? You don't do anything! You won't help me! You won't even hold me! You're no one! No one! No one! Why will you look at me?
And so it's getting to where, like, the specifics of what I need is, like, too much for Google to handle, or too much for the internet to fucking process, because it's like, okay, Evangelion, episode 22, director's cut, dub, which is like 4 different criteria to throw into the Google search. Nothing comes up. I mean, a bunch of torrents come up, but none of them are right, So I can't fucking find it. And this is taking me hours to fucking search for this, right? Eventually, I took a shit.
Misatoやバカシンジと同じ空気なんか誰が吸うのか。ミサトも嫌、シンジも嫌、ファーストはもっと嫌。パパも嫌、ママも嫌。でも自分が一番嫌。もう嫌、我慢できない。なんで私が。
So anyways, I'm finding, some people have the whole series, and some people have the director's cut, but it's not in English, or some people have it in English, but it's in crappy quality, or some people, have whatever. Just no one fits all the criteria that I need, And especially, even if I were just gonna, bite the bullet and use the subtitled clip, I can't, because for what I need, I can't have subtitles on the screen. It's gonna ruin it. I want a clean image, which is, aside from my own preference towards English dubs, even if I was one of you weeaboo filth who were into watching it in Japanese, I would still need the dubs for this video that I'm making, because I just want the image to be clean. I don't want a subtitle on it distracting the viewer, right? So I gotta find the fucking the director's cut scenes in this episode in English, and it's fucking impossible. I cannot find them anywhere on the internet. I'm scouring Google, looking up torrents, and nobody fucking has what I need. So finally I complain about it in the little group chat that I'm in, and Digi says, well, I have it, I'll send it to you. Okay, thank God, someone fucking has it. So he sends me the episode that he has. He apparently has the director's cut episode, sends it to me over Google Drive, and so I download it, and it is the episode. It works, but again, I need it in the English dub without subtitles on the screen. And the one that he has is a dual audio, so it's one where you can select, you can select English or Japanese, you can select subtitles, so basically, perfect. It's the perfect thing that I need, right? If I had the correct media player on my computer, because I have like Windows Media, and there's no option in there to select the different audio tracks, the different subtitle tracks, right? No option to turn them off, at least in that I can fucking find. You need like DivX, right? So I downloaded DivX, this crappy media player program that like I would never ever ever use if not for this one fucking situation where I needed it, because it's clearly a piece of shit. So I download that. I know I'm fucking trailing off here. I'm so addled. But I'm telling you, this story just gets worse and worse.
I love tea!
So I download this shitty, horrible media player program called DivX to fucking watch the shit, because it's a DivX file, so I figure that's what I need. Right? I think the file says it has a logo of it. Whatever. So I just download this fucking thing because it's in some weird fucking format that won't even play on Windows Media, first of all. So I'm watching in DivX, and as soon as I drop it into DivX, this thing comes up, and it says, this file the audio you need to download, you need to pay for this thing. And it sends me a link to fucking... So this DivX media player bullshit, like, you need to buy the sound separately, is what I'm getting from this, or else you can't fucking... What?
Tea! I love tea!
In DivX, it has options. Easy to click where you can choose, okay, Japanese to English, subtitles off, or whatever. It has it on there in DivX. I see them, I can click them, but nothing's happening because there's no sound whatsoever, because apparently I need to buy the sound separately on this goddamn piece of shit. So now I'm fucking looking up, like serial codes that people have posted, or like ways around it, and of course none of the fucking things work. Nothing ever works. All the little tricks that people post, it's all bullshit. None of it ever works. And so I go, okay, after about like an hour of fucking around with that, I go, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll use Handbrake, which is a sort of a file type reformatting thing. You have a file type that's being a nuisance or a bitch or a pain in the ass. You put it in there, it turns it into an MP4 for you, nice and clean, easy, whatever. So I take the fucking .mk97 dicks file type or whatever the hell it's called, and I take it and I drop it into Handbrake, and I go, okay, whatever. I'll put it in here, I'll turn it into an MP4, and then I'll be able to use it, right? No such luck. Because since it's a dual audio, and since I need DivX to change the audio, when it turns into an MP4 in Handbrake, it only reads the top audio track. So it only does the Japanese one. I look cool. Do I look cool or what? I think I look pretty cool. I mean, I know the whole jacket indoors thing is kind of hokey, kind of corny, but I mean, fuck you, it's freezing in here, right? It looks good with the hat. I like that.
Ah, fuck it, this is stupid! I don't care! I just want to relax with my tea!
Actually, I do kind of look ridiculous. I look like a fucking... like a member of the Black Panthers. With this hat and this coat. I look like the white Spike Lee. So anyways, I've got exactly the clip that I need, but it's in this weird file type that won't play in Sony Vegas. I can't drop it in there. So I have to use Handbrake to turn it into an MP4. I need it, an MP4 format. Again, the criteria that I need is just getting more and more complicated. Evangelion, episode 22, director's cut, English dub, MP4. Just more criteria that I need, complicating matters even more so. But I need it in an MP4 or else it won't play in Sony Vegas. So I convert the fucking file into, that because it won't fucking play in DivX because you gotta buy the fucking sound separately. But because it's a dual audio, when it goes to turn itself into an MP4 with Handbrake, it only does the first track of audio, which is the Japanese. So I'm right back to square one. This clip that is exactly what I need is now no longer the thing I need because it's got subtitles all over it now. And I cannot select no subtitles and then turn it into an MP4. I turn it into an MP4 and there they are! The fucking subtitles all over the fucking screen! It's the Japanese! Oh! Oh! Tomo arigato, Mr. Roboto! Oh, shit. So yet more bullshit that I have to deal with, and I'm downloading more things, I'm downloading all this stuff, I'm, trying to find different fucking, things to fix DivX and make it play the fucking audio. None of it's fucking working. I'm trying to find different ways of converting it and still keeping it, the way I want it. I can't find anything. I can't fucking find anything. So, here's the solution that I eventually come up with after pulling my hair out about this for hours. Okay, I have a PlayStation 4. I think it can play DVDs. I'm not sure, because, for all I know, they've taken that feature out, right? They take everything and the consoles just get worse and worse, and that's the only thing that I have that can play a fucking DVD, if indeed it does. I can't play a DVD on my PlayStation 2 because my PlayStation 2 took a shit and died in 2008. I can't play a DVD on my PlayStation 3 because my PlayStation 3 took a shit and died in 2013. I can't do it on my Xbox 360. It took a shit and died in fucking whenever. All I have is a PlayStation 4, and I just gotta hope, for some miracle that it plays DVDs and not just Blu-rays, because that they just are itching to take that feature out. They can't wait. They get a huge stiffy from taking features out of their shit. They love it. There's nothing they love. Oh my god. My poster, my beautiful fucking poster. There's stuff on it. It's getting bent. This amazing fan art poster of my pony guy that Cotton Candy drew for me. She turned it into a poster. It's getting bent because I can't organize my life. I can't get posters on the fucking walls. Everything's a mess. My life, I'm living in squalor. Every other fucking day it's a flood or a ceiling tile falling on my head or a ceiling tile flooding with water from the pipes and then crashing to the ground and mold and mildew, which I hate and I still do. And it's fucking everywhere. There's spiders. I saw a giant spider today in the middle of all this rigmarole. I saw a giant spider. It disappeared somewhere. I don't know where it is. And you know, once you see a spider and then you can't see it anymore, you can feel it on you for the rest of the night. And I don't know when it's going to fucking drop down in front of me or on my fucking head and get in my hair. I can't deal with it. There's spiders. Everything's a mess. This place has been a mess for over a year. It's been a mess. I said I'm going to fix this place. Once Horseshoe Finale is done, I'll be free. And I can finally get my life back together. My life is not back together. I'm not free. This place is still a dump. I'm still living in squalor. Making videos is all I have. And I can't do it because there's always something in the way. There's always some bullshit, broken bullshit in my way. Bullshit, fucking broken bullshit. Bullshit, broken bullshit. That's the theme of my life. You know, someone painstakingly draws me this beautiful piece of fan art, prints it off into a fucking poster, and I can't even get my room organized enough to get it on a fucking wall. It's just been sitting there for months, getting bent, getting stuff placed upon it. I can't even. All of this, and I can't even get a goddamn MP4 to work properly to make a video that should only take me 5 fucking seconds, you know? It's been like hours now. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I hope for a miracle that my PlayStation 4 can play DVD. So here's my plan. The PlayStation 4 has a recording button on it, right? So my plan is, I'll take my Evangelion Platinum Collection DVDs. Now these, I'm thinking, have to have the scene, right? They have to have the director's cut because the Platinum Edition is like the best version of the episode. It's the collection that everyone wants. It's, you know, hard to find nowadays. I was lucky enough to buy it when it came out. You know, it's something that everyone covets. It's the best collection of this series. So if any fucking DVD has the director's cuts of these episodes, it has to be the Platinum Collection, right? So my plan is, take the Platinum Collection DVDs, put it in the PS4, play the episode, record it with the PlayStation 4 recording feature, get it into a flash drive, put it on the computer, and put it in the video. You know, it's like 10 extra steps just to do this simple task, just to get it, you know, whatever. So I turn it on the PS4. And this is where things get even more of a fucking nightmare, because I can't even figure out these newfangled bullshit broken, you know, media centers that they call consoles nowadays. You know, they're not really consoles. Video games are a fucking afterthought. They're crappy computers with ridiculous user interfaces and bullshit cluttering up the menus. You can't fucking ever find what you want. So I turn on the fucking PS4. And I can't even find the option to eject the Bloodborne disc so that I can put in the Evangelion disc. You know, this used to be pretty fucking simple. In my day, kids, you want to swap discs? There's a big round button on the PlayStation 1. Boop! The disc, it opens the tray, the disc comes out. That's it. No fuss, no muss. Bus. No muss, no fuss. That's not even... What is muss? What is muss? How is that an expression? What is muss? Anyways. But, you know, that's a one-step process. Press the button, the disc comes out. Now this is what you have to do to get a disc out of the PlayStation 4. Turn on the system. Select the game on the menu. And then, once you can only do this when the cursor is on the game. I found this out. If you try to eject the disc without having the game selected, the button won't do anything. So you have to turn it on, select the game, and then press the button to be to be able to go into the sub menu just to select eject disc. It's unbelievably counterintuitive, and you know, it took me like 20 minutes to figure out that you have to fucking select the game on the menu in order for the disc eject to fucking work. But anyways, the point is, I finally put the goddamn Platinum Edition DVDs in there, and it doesn't have it. Not even those DVDs have the director's cuts of the episodes. They have the shortened versions also. So what the hell does have them? What collection are these mysterious fucking director's cuts even on? If they're not on the Platinum collection. Where do they come from? Are they literally just in the Death and Rebirth movie that no one fucking owns? It doesn't seem right. It seems like there would have had to be some collection released that would have the original episodes with these extra scenes in them. But, you know, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. So that's where I am right now. That's where I am. It's been like 5 hours of this waking nightmare, of this catastrophe, of me trying to accomplish an incredibly simple fucking task. I know exactly the scene I need. I already fucking... Just put it in there, man. Just put it in there. It should have taken 5 seconds. Instead it took 5 hours. And this is the kind of stuff that we deal with every fucking day. It's unbelievable. And then this is what I fucking hate about my job. That I want to explain to people who don't get the frustrations of what I do, because I know that not everyone does. But, you know, every fucking problem in my line of work is something that inevitably creates a subgenre of new problems. And you just find yourself falling down this rabbit hole where, like, one minor issue turns into like 5 other things you have to do, and each of those branch off into 10 other things you have to try, and you know, it just goes there's no escape from it until eventually you're down here doing something completely different from what you were up here, and it just takes you on this nightmarish journey into oblivion, into the depths of fucking madness. And that's what I meant at the beginning of this when I said that I needed to say something about the state of the world. Because this legitimately bothers me, not just about this specific instance, but this stuff happens all the time. It blows my mind that I'm living in a world where nothing works. Nothing ever works. Simple fucking tasks. Just because of, you know, technology, because of different file types, because of, you know, broken robotic computer bullshit. Every problem turns into 10 new problems with no fucking solution in sight for any of them. It was supposed to be so easy. I had this idea. I get these flashes, these ideas. I'm a creative type of person. Sometimes even I don't know what my next video is going to be until I get that flash, and then I just make it. And that's beautiful, and that's how it should be. I get a flash of inspiration, and I rush to the computer, and I just fucking, I destroy, I rip ass, and I make this beautiful thing that 20 minutes ago I had no idea was even could even exist. It just hit me, and then I make it, and it's a simple process. It should be a simple process, and it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And you post it. That's how the Man-Child Marsh video came to be. I went to take a shower. I thought, okay, I'll take a shower. I'll come back and I'll do this video or this video. I'll fucking film serialized or something. I come back down to my room after my shower, and my room is fucking flooded. And because I'm a crazy fucking psychotic creative type, that my first thought is, I'm going to play with my toys in this, I'm going to film it, I'm going to make a video. And I made a fucking video like that. I didn't even realize before that that would be my day. But I made a video, and it's like one of my favorite videos that I've ever made. It's a work of art, and I love it. And that's my favorite part of the job. So you get these flashes of inspiration as a creative person or as an artist. You get a flash of inspiration, and then you make it, and you just do it. And that's how it should be. And then it exists. But the thing that drives me so fucking crazy is that because the canvas of my particular brand of artistry happens to involve computer technology, which has always been shit and always will be. You know, there's this extra fucking roadblock in the way at all times. I get a flash of inspiration, I rush to create something beautiful, but then something goes wrong and the fucking computer, some shit doesn't work, or some file type isn't supported, or some clip isn't the right version of the clip, and I gotta download a thing, and I gotta torrent another thing, and then it's broken, so I gotta torrent other things to fix the broken thing, none of which work. So then I gotta look on YouTube, and no one has the right clip, and then I gotta look for torrents, and nobody has the fucking thing, and nobody even knows where the fucking clip came from in the fucking first place. And it just, one thing leads into another, and before I know it, I'm standing here talking to myself in front of a camera, just rambling and ranting, just meaningless tirade, wishing that I had booze, really, so that I could just drink and pass out and give up for the day. That's what it does. It makes me want to give up. It's crushing. It's defeating. Nothing works in the world. I mean, in an average day, for me, I can, every fucking minor idea that I get, every activity that I want to do, it all comes with technological roadblocks of shit not working properly the way it's supposed to, and I don't even fucking... I guess that's it. I guess. Okay, I don't want to end the video on a sad note or a defeated note. Obviously, that was filmed a day ago, I think. Obviously it all worked out. I just knocked over the Christmas tree, and there goes my underpants. Yeah, that was filmed a couple days ago. Obviously, it all worked out. I eventually, got the clip I needed in decent enough quality without any subtitles on the screen. I made my video. It's an AMV. It's focused on Asuka. It's a really cool AMV, really cool song. I'm really proud of it, actually. You can go watch that right now on My Japanese Animes. I'm really proud of the video. It turned out really good. So, catastrophe is over. It was definitely frustrating, and I will definitely never forgive my creator for putting me on this earth and putting me through that ordeal and many other ordeals like it in my life. I hate God, and I'm waging a war on heaven. I am a Satanist, but that's besides the point. Everything worked out. I got the clip I needed. Not exactly everything that I needed, but basically I got what I needed. I don't even remember what I did or what I had to do to get the clip. I don't even remember how I eventually solved the dilemma. I just must have done it by being great, by being me. And, it does still bother me. I still have not seen that bathroom scene in English, and it's so weird to me to think that I've just never seen it ever in English, you know. But, you know, I was just being a big baby. I'm going to go on Amazon and I'm going to buy the damn director's cut DVD. It's only like $8. You know, I was being a big whiny doofus. I was being a Shinji is what I was being. Woe is me. I gotta actually buy a thing to see a thing. What is this, the 90s? I've gotten so coddled by the internet, being able to watch everything for free. You know, sometimes you gotta take a step back and you gotta check your privilege is what you gotta do. You gotta check that modern 21st century internet having privilege. And that's what I did. But anyways, yeah, everything worked out. But the thing that occurs to me, also, just because everything worked out does not in any way negate my frustration or my rantings before or the points that I raised in regards to how everything is totally fucked up nowadays and doesn't work. That is still a valid point. It is still a point that weighs heavily on my mind and on my shoulders. It is a burden that I bear every day of my life, a cross that I bear, and it drives me absolutely insane. It drives me up the wall to no end. And it's a serious problem that I think society needs to take a step back and really focus on with a microscope lens and say, why doesn't anything fucking work the way it's goddamn supposed to, especially when it comes to computer technology? Why doesn't anything work? And maybe before we, do focus on other social issues, maybe we should, focus on getting the scientists together and making computers actually goddamn do what they're supposed to do. All this complicated bullshit, it just drives me fucking crazy. But, besides that, something occurs to me. Since I'm filming this a day later, I think at this point, this video has already been going on for like 50 minutes to an hour, right? Nobody's watching this except people who are invested. Invested in me, invested in my content, in my storytelling abilities, invested in the drama, the narrative of my ongoing life and times. If you've watched this far, well, you passed the test, and now you get to see fun stuff, okay? You sat through the miserable ramblings of a tired man, and now you get to see cool stuff. That's your reward for sticking through this video. No one else is going to know about this. Everyone who exited this video after 10 minutes or 20 minutes and couldn't take anymore, said this is boring, this is stupid, they have no fucking idea what they're missing out on. They have no fucking idea the journey that awaits us now, because now this video can be about anything. Now we can go right off the rails. There's no structure, there's no rules to this. I make my own rules, and then I break them. That's the way I live my life, baby. And ain't nobody can stop me, ain't nobody can slow me down. This train has no brakes. I am endless, Jess. I told you I was endless, it's in my fucking name. That means I'm infinite. That means there's no goddamn boundaries. Why would there be boundaries? I'm the boss. I'm the boss around here. I'm the head honcho. I'm the big cheese. I'm the big kahuna. I'm the chairman of the motherfucking board, as I'm sure you've heard me iterate many times in the past. So what are we going to do now? What adventures await us at this point in the video? Now that we're past the point of no return, off into the great unknown, off past the farthest reaches of the universe, boldly going where no man, where no YouTuber, where no YouTube viewing audience has gone before. I don't fucking know. Let's go on an adventure. Let's go outside. Let's go hit the town. Come on, I'm gonna take this camera. We're gonna go on a fucking adventure. Fucking, I've lost my fucking mind!
And though our health we drank 1,000 times, it's time to ramble on.
I gotta get tea! I gotta get tea!
Oh, I got bought so much alcohol. Bottoms up.
I love stuff.
Okay, upwards and onwards. Adventure calls.
Help!
Oh, you're the right shit, my boy. You're the right shit.
Ah, I'm 100 feet tall. I'm 100 feet long. My dong is 100 feet long.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Oh! I painted that. I'm a painter.
Caw! Caw! I am fucking a bird. Ah! Break the walls down.
God rest his soul. God rest his soul.
What the fuck could be more asinine?
5 out of 5, baby. This shatters and breaks on the floor if I make a mistake. And I'll be in for a world of fuck. I'll be in for a fucking why? No!
I got your in the right hand!
Yes, my children, bow before me. I am your god.
I can't control myself. I'm an addict.
Listen. Ow. Weapon X. Schnickty, schnickty, schnoing. You know what I'm saying? Ah!
Keep resisting gluten, baby.
I am the god of fiction. My life is a fiction.
I'm a clean machine. I'm a clean machine. I'm a clean machine. Yeah. I'm a clean machine. I'm a clean machine. I'm a clean machine. Yeah. And so can you.
Well, what a wild and crazy 2 days this has been. What an adventure. And it even sort of came full circle at the end there. And I didn't plan that. It just happened like that. The fucking clean machine in my room. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And it sort of goes back to the point I was making before, when I was talking about how much I value spontaneity in art. Because, you know, when I first stood in front of this camera 2 days ago, I didn't have a script. I didn't have a plan for what I was going to say. I didn't even really have a point. All I had was just aimless frustration about this video that I was making. And I just had to get it out. So I randomly came in here and I turned on the camera and I just rambled. And I rambled and I rambled and I rambled and I rambled on. And it might have seemed like I was just mindlessly ranting and complaining. And I was. But look what came of it. I've made like 30 videos in the last 2 days, and they're all hilarious. And, you know, I get people ask me all the time for advice on how to start or get started on their art. Whether it's like YouTube videos they want to make or something they want to write or film or whatever. They ask me for advice on how to get started. And I always tell them, don't tell me about it. Don't even tell yourself about it. Don't even think about it, because I'm sure you've probably thought about it more than enough by now. Don't think. Do. Use it or lose it, because if you wait too long, inevitably the passion that you have for this idea is going to shrivel up and wane. And even worse than that, if you start patting yourself on the back or asking for praise just for having the idea, then those endorphins are going to go off in your brain, and it's going to make you feel like you don't even need to make it now, because you've already gotten the good feelings for having the idea. But it's a lie. You've robbed yourself of the experience of actually having made it. You know? A couple days ago, I had this idea out of the blue for fucking an AMV. I was laying in my bed about to go to sleep, and all of a sudden I get this flash of inspiration for no reason, completely randomly. This like fully formed idea where like there needs to be an AMV about Asuka set to the song Clean Machine by the Presidents. It needs to be made. I know that's a weirdly specific thing to just suddenly have a whole idea about in my head, but that's what happened. I had this flash of inspiration all at once, and I felt so powerfully about it that I jumped out of my bed immediately, went to my computer, and focused all of my energy on making it happen immediately. And to the point where it got so frustrating making it that I, came in here and started ranting and started making a whole other video, which turned into all this. So because I did that, because I made that decision with the AMV to push all my other work aside and start focusing on this completely random idea, next thing I know, I'm in here ranting and raving and making a whole other video. Next thing I know, I'm going on a crazy, insane adventure outside. Next thing I know, I'm in Walmart buying a little girl's Donatello t-shirt. Next thing I know, I'm spending $100 on beer. Next thing I know, I'm going on this insane 2-day bender, filming like 30 episodes of Beer Quest. Next thing I know, I'm filming one and there's an actual, literal clean machine in my room while I'm filming it. You can't make this stuff up. You can't write this stuff. It just happened, and it's amazing that it happened this way. And now, here I am, standing here again, bringing it all home, and actually making a real point out of all this nonsensical happenstance. And all of this only happened because I decided that I needed to make a cool music video for no reason about a show that I've loved since I was 14. So I came full circle in more ways than one. And in the spirit of that, I'm going to end this video with something very special. I'm going to show you all something very, very special. This is a song that I wrote when I was 14. I hope I don't fuck this up. Standing on a mountain, volcano lava fountain. Yeah, my heart's a pounding, but I tell you it ain't no problem when you've got hot stuff to do. Slip on your hot suit when you've got hot stuff to do. Look for the girl in the magma diver suit. Zero visibility, this magma diving's killing me, but soon I'll be in the hot springs, showing off my hot things. When you've got hot stuff to do, slip into your bathing suit. When you've got hot stuff to do, look for the girl in the magma diver suit. Yeah. Yeah. So, how about that? A week ago, I would have never imagined that I would end up recording that old forgotten masterpiece. But, here I am, 12 years later, still singing about Asuka. Some things never change. And sooner or later, we all come full circle.